Ah, man, coffee really is fucking amazing. It is amazing when you add a bunch of shit to it that's not coffee, but coffee itself tastes like shit. So, Aladdin made, if I'm looking at this right, $1 billion fucking dollars at the box office. The remake, the live action Will Smith live action Aladdin movie made over $1 billion at the box office. And now, see, I haven't really cared about this whole live action Disney thing because they've been doing this for years. This is not new. People act like this live action Disney thing is new. This is not. I remember them making like a live action like Cinderella movie. They done Beauty and the Beast. They did the Jungle Book. This is not new for Disney. But it is new for these movies to be making as much money as they are. This is kind of fucking ridiculous. And see, I haven't really cared about this whole trend until now, because they finally fucked with a movie that I personally really, really like. I remember my girlfriend has a personal vendetta against Beauty and the Beast, which I didn't think was that bad. I thought it was whatever. I thought the movie was fine. I should probably work out a different solution for a microphone instead of having this giant ball in front of me. This entire episode is just a video episode, whatever. It's just a giant advertisement for the Snowball mic. It's a decent mic, but I would never actually advertise it. Or maybe I would. I don't fucking know. My point. I didn't personally have a problem with all these remakes until they did Aladdin. It's like, I was good until you fucked with my movie. Now I'm upset. I fucking hated this movie. I hated it so much. It's so bad. And I don't understand. The biggest thing about it is, like, if it was just a movie and it just came out, it did its thing and whatever, it made like $500 million, it snuck into the box office and snuck out, it'd be fine. Lion King. They also did Lion King, which I haven't seen yet. But that would be fine. Whatever. But this movie made so much money. And I don't get how it made so much money. Were people just bored? When did this movie come out? When did this release? 2019. But when? When did it come out? It came out in Grand Rex, United States. It came out in May. It came out of May of last year. I don't know what it was up against, but was it just like a really dull weekend or something? Like, why did so many people go to see this damn movie? I don't get it. I've seen the movie, I've only been able to sit through it once. I can't sit through that movie again. And I don't get it. I don't get why this movie made so much money. That's why when I was thinking about making videos, I kept thinking about things that kept bothering me. I've got like a list of things that just keep bothering me that I constantly keep thinking about. And this was one of those things where I was like, this has got to be a video because I can't stop thinking about it. I got coffee all over this fucking controller. I couldn't stop thinking about it. And I was like, why did this movie make so much money? I just don't get it. Why? What is it about Aladdin? Because Beauty and the Beast also made a lot of money. So I guess it's not just this one. But like, I could at least get it for Beauty and the Beast because of the spectacle. The special effects in Beauty and the Beast are like genuinely really, really beautiful. But this, like, Aladdin, like, what was special about Aladdin in particular that made so much fucking money? Is it just the fact that it's a live-action Disney movie? Is that just the trend right now that people are crazy about them? Because not only did Lion King come out recently, but we're also getting, I believe, a rumored, well, the production itself isn't rumored, but the casting is. We're getting a Little Mermaid movie, I believe, with an all-black cast for some reason. I don't really understand why. There's also a Mulan movie coming out. What is going on with these live-action movies? I get why Disney's doing it. It's good business. If something's making $1 billion, you bet your ass the company's going to keep pumping it out, especially if it doesn't take a whole lot of effort. Aladdin was on a budget of close to $200 million, and it made back $1 billion. You bet your ass they're going to keep pumping these things out. And then I believe, because I'm too lazy to move the mouse around over there, I believe that I'm pretty sure Beauty and the Beast also made $1 million. How much did The Lion King make? Because I don't know if it also made possible sequel. Oh my fucking god! They're talking about a sequel for Aladdin. Possible sequel. Disney made an announcement in 2015 that they make a live action prequel to the aforementioned film above under the title Genies. Oh my god! You're gonna make a prequel about Will Smith's genie. Okay, to be fair to Will Smith, everyone gave that guy a lot of shit, and I know he's like a walking meme right now. But he was actually the best part of the movie. He wasn't good, but he was the best part of the film. That's another thing, like, do people actually like the casting in this? Because I thought that Aladdin and Jasmine were so fucking bland. And then, let's not even talk about Jafar, which is one of my favorite villains in Disney visually, and they did my dude dirty. Like, he's not even a horrible actor. The guy who played Jafar looked like a substitute teacher who would come in and play his guitar that he brought. Like, he did not look threatening at all, and his voice wasn't either. He would talk like this, and he would be non-threatening. Like, he was like a fucking Power Ranger villain. He even looked like one. That's another thing with this movie. The sets and the costumes, to me, looked like absolute fucking ass. I'm probably gonna throw up a picture here on screen, but they looked fucking terrible. I did not like them. That's one thing that I'll say in Beauty and the Beast's favor, is that the costumes and the visuals were so much better looking. Is it a personal bias because, like, I care more about Aladdin? That's a very personal film to me. I fucking love Aladdin. Aladdin and Hercules, which I'm sure they'll fuck up at some point. I really, really fucking love from that era of Disney movies. Those were my movies. I watched those fucking things on repeat, especially Hercules. Please don't fuck up Hercules. They're gonna fuck up Hercules. Maybe it's a personal bias. Maybe I look at it a lot more critical. I feel like Beauty and the Beast is the better film. I mean, I recently rewatched the original animated Beauty and the Beast. It's a fantastic fucking film. I love it. I love it a lot more now that I'm older than I was back when I was younger. I like it a lot. So, like, even with going back and seeing that movie, because I also watched the animated Aladdin after watching this horrible fucking cinematic disaster, and I still love it. I love it to pieces. I even love the third movie. Okay, love is kind of a stretch. I like the third movie with his dad and the king, the Midas touch or whatever, the golden touch. I thought that was still a good movie. I skipped over the second one because I just didn't really feel like watching the second one, but I still thought the third one was pretty solid. I mean, like, it wasn't great. It felt like a extended version of, like, the cartoon show that came out on Toon Disney, but oh man, I miss Toon Disney. I should do a video on Toon Disney. Anyway, it felt like an extended episode of that, but I mean, it was still good. Like, cause I remember being a kid, I had just randomly, cause like I didn't pay attention to like advertisement and commercials or magazines. It was kind of hard to pay attention to advertisement back then, so things would just sneak up on me. I remember my neighbor being like, "You want to watch Aladdin 3?" and I'm being like, "What the fuck happened to Aladdin 2? What are you talking about? What?" And I remember watching it and really liking it. I still remember enjoying it quite a bit. I don't remember what fucking tangent I was on. I was completely off. My point is basically these live-action Disney movies are getting out of control. And now, let's look up... I'm going to look up... let's see. Disney Pictures. Walt Disney Pictures. Let's see what other live-action remakes they have fucking planned. Let's see, 2020, I see Stargirl, Elephant, Dolphin Reef, Onward, Timmy Failure Mistakes were made. What the hell am I looking at? Frozen 2, that's a video. Or maybe not. I don't really feel like talking about Frozen 2. It wasn't even bad. It's one of those weird things where, like, it wasn't horrible, but, like, I also don't feel like talking about it. Okay, here we go. We have live upcoming movies. This will be kind of fun to look at. We got Soul, which, gonna be honest, not super enthusiastic about Soul. Mulan, which I have absolutely no interest in seeing. After Aladdin, I feel like I'm kind of done with these live action movies. I don't really care, because best case scenario, it's just a live action version of a movie I've already seen. I really don't feel like there's really a need for it. And like with Mulan, they're cutting out my favorite song in the movie, and I don't really get why. And of course, I'm talking about Be a Man, you know, like the best song from Mulan, like hands down. If you don't agree, you're wrong. You can have your own opinion, but your opinion is wrong. But it's the best song in the movie. Like it's one of the more fun musical numbers. And I never got the feeling that it was supposed to be sexist in any way. I always took it as, and even as a kid, because I mean, like, I saw that movie when I was very young. Even as a kid, I always took it as, oh, okay. It's kind of ironic because, like, he's talking about be a man, but they're all being shown up by a woman because, you know, a woman can do anything that a man can be. It's more about being a soldier than it is about being a man. That's kind of the point of the song, because, like, by the end of the song, Mulan kicks everybody's ass. And she does what they can't do. I always remember that scene where she's on top of she starts off with trying to use those 2 big coins to climb that thing. And by the end of it, she just throws him down at Shen's feet. And he's like, yeah, she did it. Or, I mean, he thinks it's a dude at that point. But my point is, I always thought that was a really cool fucking moment. It was such a victorious, such a strong moment for her of like, yeah, you did it. Against all odds, you're the best soldier. It doesn't matter what gender you are the most badass soldier on that squad. And she proves that throughout the movie. I don't understand why that's being taken out of the movie, but honestly, after seeing the trailers, that musical number wouldn't even fit in that movie. It seems like they're going for more of a serious tone. I mean, if they did it, it'd probably be dramatic and like soldiers would die during it or some shit. That's another thing, if I could talk about for a second. If we're going to talk about things that are unnecessarily added or removed from movies, they give Jasmine her own song in Aladdin, and it's fucking terrible. Ignoring the subject matter altogether, because I ain't touching that shit with a 15-foot pole. That's a whole debate for another day. But the song itself just sucks. It's really, really fucking bad, and it feels so out of place. It doesn't even match with the rest of the movie. If I'm being fair, Aladdin is just boring. It's boring and it's mediocre and it's not as good as the animated movie. It's not nearly as much fun. If I'm being real with myself, because like I have like two opinions, right? I've got the rational opinion that's like, this movie is whatever. It's just a bland summer movie, or yeah, it was in the summer. So yeah, a bland summer movie, and for being real, a cash grab. If I want to be aggressive and my real true 100%, like my deep feelings is fuck this movie and I hated it. It was so unnecessary. Like, I don't get why. I mean, I get why, money, but it's just like, it's just such an unnecessary movie. And another movie I loved from that time period was also The Lion King, which I haven't even bothered seeing that one. I haven't seen Jungle Book, I haven't seen Lion King, I've only seen Beauty and the Beast. I tried watching Dumbo, which I forgot existed until just now. I tried watching Dumbo. I've never been a fan of the original Dumbo. I thought it was kind of boring. One thing about Dumbo, if I can go off on a little tangent, is that, I promise it'll be a quick one this time, but if I can go off on a tiny tangent, is that, like, it doesn't feel like a Tim Burton movie. I believe he's the one who directed it, and I could be wrong about that. If I'm wrong, put the real name of the director up on screen. I'm pretty sure it's Tim Burton, and it doesn't feel like a Tim Burton movie. I mean, I guess depending on who you are, it's a good thing, but it's kind of weird like his movies are, but like it just doesn't really feel... It just doesn't feel like it has his personality in it. It's like they sucked all the personality out of the movie. And that one also had like ham-fisted messages into it that weren't in the original story, I don't think. I don't get why they keep doing that. I mean, again, I get it. It's to pander to people, but at the same time, it's just like, it's so unnecessary. Jasmine's character in the new Aladdin movie just felt so unnecessary. It's funny because like I actually don't have a problem with them making Jasmine like spoiler alert for the new Aladdin movie if you give a shit. But by the end of it, I think she becomes the new Sultan. I don't even have much of a problem with that, because I think they were hinting at that with the cartoon show. Like, her and Aladdin were going to rule. It's just the way they did it. I did not like Jasmine as a character. She was not likable. Neither was Aladdin, if I'm being honest. Neither one of them felt like the strongest actor. I mean, like, I know everybody, they meme on, what the hell's her name? Hermione in the Beauty and the Beast movie because she can't sing really, but like I feel like she was more likable than these two. I feel like the Beast and her were more likable. I like the scene where they're talking about books and he's kind of calling out Emma Watson, I think is her name, for having pretentious taste. I kind of like that scene. It's whatever. Like I'm so whatever with that movie. Like I don't have any strong feelings for it like I do Aladdin. That's why I wanted to make this video. But I don't know, man. These remakes just feel like they just feel so forced. Going down the list of these movies: Howard, Artemis Fowl, untitled live-action Disney movie Cruella. They're doing a Cruella DeVille movie. About what? I'm not gonna fucking click on that. I don't care enough for that. I've never really been a big fan of 101 Dalmatians. They're doing one based on Jungle Cruise. They're doing a movie based on Hamilton. That's it. I don't really see anything else. I know I remember seeing somewhere that... No, excuse me. I remember them doing something. I remember seeing somewhere a rumor about them doing Little Mermaid. I can totally see it. That was one of their more popular movies from back then. I don't know what the hell the point of this video is. Basically, I just wanted to bitch and moan about these live-action Disney movies. They're getting ridiculous. I don't know why. I mean, again, I keep saying that, but we all know why these movies keep being made. But, like, it's like, I know why... But why? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know why these keep getting made. I get why, but I don't get why. One more thing before I go ahead and close this out. How much money did the Lion King make? Because I never even bothered with that movie. I just did not care. The Lion King. When did that even come out? Beauty and the Beast. Let's look at that one too. Did it come out before? I feel like that's the least popular one of all of them. I feel like no one really talks about that one. To me, it's the most pointless of these remakes because it's not even live action. I mean, it's animated basically. So what the fuck was the point? Other than to make money, yeah. But like, it just like, I just don't get it. Where is The Lion King at? Yeah, no, not 1994. Let's see, $1 Million. The Lion King came out in 2019. That came out last year? Really? It also made $1 billion. Holy shit. How do these movies keep making so much money? Every single one of these live action remakes, with the exception of Dumbo, which only made $300 million, have made, let's see, Jungle Book. Jungle Book damn near made $1 billion. I wonder why Dumbo didn't make $1 billion. Was it because of marketing? Like, all these movies have almost made $1 billion. All these movies are in the ballpark of $1 billion, except for Dumbo, which didn't even come close. I wonder why. People love, and it was Tim Burton. People love Tim Burton. I wonder why it wasn't. He's a freaky looking dude. I wonder why that one didn't make $1 billion. What is it about Dumbo? People don't like Dumbo? I don't fucking, because I haven't liked any of these movies. I haven't seen Jungle Book at all. Dumbo was boring. Beauty and the Beast was fine. I really like the special effects in Beauty and the Beast, and I haven't seen any of Lion King except for like the freaking History Channel nature documentary trailers I've seen, which don't look like an animated movie or look fun at all. And then Aladdin, which I absolutely fucking hate. I mean, which is just a mediocre. I'm not even gonna try to front. I hate that fucking movie. But yeah, these live action remakes are ridiculous. I get why they're being made, and they're going to keep getting made because they've got a high batting average. Of the 5 I've got listed here, all of them have made close to $1 billion, if not over $1 billion, except for Dumbo. So I wonder why Dumbo didn't make money. It's so weird. It's like with Cats. Like, I thought Cats was like a surefire hit. With all these stupid live action movies, I thought for a fact that people would love to see Cats, but Cats didn't make any money. But yeah, I just wanted to ramble on about the live action movies. I don't get why they keep doing this. Of course, I do get it. I just don't get it, if that makes any sense. Artistically, I don't get it. But Disney's one of those studios where, like, they're also doing artistic shit. They've got Soul coming out. They just released Onward, which, and then they released Frozen 2, which was, so, you know. I should probably do videos on those. I don't know if I will or not, but I just thought that was really interesting that these movies, they're gonna keep happening, apparently. You know what? Saying like, oh, they should just stop making them now is dumb. It's pointless. That's not gonna happen. Again, if you've got a product that's making billions of dollars, you're not gonna stop. So basically, instead of that, I'll say, I hope they put more effort into them. Aladdin, of all of the ones I've seen, of all the trailers, all the footage I've seen, Aladdin was by far the laziest. I hate the sets. I don't like the costumes. Everything looks so bad. And again, it's really funny because I was prepared to hate Will Smith's genie. I'll be honest. Going into the movie, I was like, it's gonna be fucking stupid. He's gonna Fresh Prince the hell out of the genie. But he was the best part of the film. He wasn't even that great, but he was the best part of the film. I'm not gonna go off on another tangent. That's all I got for you guys. Thanks for watching the video, and I will see you guys next time. Probably the next time Disney fucks up. Trying out a new format. I'm probably just gonna review anything I want. I'm probably not gonna do straight up reviews. I might. If something really, if I really feel like something needs it, I'll do it. But for the most part, I'm probably just gonna make videos about whatever the fuck I want. Video games, movies, just anything that I think is interesting. I've got a couple video ideas. Like I said, if I've got an idea that keeps bothering me, I'm gonna want to talk about it. This was bothering me for the longest time. Had to talk about it. I'm not even against the idea. Let me just go ahead and close out with this. I'm not against the idea of them remaking movies in live action. Like a live action Hercules movie could be cool. I'm not one of those people that's like, it's animated, has to stay animated, don't mess with it. But I do think these things are kind of pointless, especially if you've seen the animated movie. But these numbers don't lie. People love this crap. I don't know why. But I don't mind it as long as they put some effort into it. I feel like Aladdin is the one where there's no effort really put into it. The musical numbers don't... I'm not even a big musical guy, but like the musical numbers don't hit strong. The costumes are crap. The villain is terribly miscast. So is Jasmine and so is Aladdin. I didn't feel any like real spirit or emotion out of any of those characters. It all felt so bland. They add in like a romance for the genie, which just feels pointless. It feels like a rom-com. I don't really understand why it's there, but just to pad out the movie, I guess. And like the songs just aren't as strong. If you want a comparison, one of my favorite, I'm not, like I said before, don't really like musicals. One of my favorite musical numbers of all time in anything, animated or not, is Never Had a Friend Like Me with Robin Williams. I fucking love that musical number. It's amazing. I love it. It's so wacky, it's so out there, and it perfectly shows you everything that the genie's about in one musical number, which I feel like is, not only is it a good musical number, but it also progresses the plot. You learn everything you need to know about the genie, pop culture references, all his magic in one scene. That's all you need. And I think, I mean, the live action movie still accomplishes that, to be fair, but just the spirit feels like it's missing. Like, you can do so much more in animation that you can do. I mean, like, most of the stuff in the live action movie is animated, so it makes you wonder what the hell is even the point. But the full animation, like that Robin Williams was able to accomplish with all the voice actors and all the impressions and all that, really comes through, because they can change his face shape and make him look like, you know, Jack Nicholson or any other celebrity they want, and it really just worked. I love that scene where, like, he's like a tiny version of him walking in his own hands. Like, it's so vivid and it's so great to look at. It's just like a feast for your eyes. It's so fun to look at. The new one is like kind of dingy. It's kind of dark because it's going for like more realistic lighting. It's not as much fun. That's just my opinion. I mean, maybe, audiences obviously love it. They ate this crap up, but I just didn't think it was as much fun. And I feel like that's kind of the whole deal, is that it's just not as much fun as the original. Could I just be a nostalgia blind old man? Sure, whatever. I'm nearing 30, so my opinion doesn't really matter about this kid's movie, even though that's a poor excuse for a bad movie. Whatever. But I don't know. I just didn't think it was that great. I personally hated it, but I think it's, like, if I'm being fair, it's just a mediocre movie. And I really feel like, honestly, show your kids the animated version. If you have Disney Plus, you got both. Show them the animated version. Maybe they'll like it more. I mean, I genuinely think it's a better movie. I think Aladdin is way more likable, so is Jasmine. I mean, they try to make Jasmine more of an independent character, but it's like, I never felt like she wasn't, you know? She wasn't one of those characters. She's not like Princess Peach, where she has no personality. Jasmine always had a really strong personality, I felt like. I liked her. She had a backbone. She had a fucking tiger as a pet. That was so cool. Like, I always loved Jasmine. And one more thing. I know I keep one more thing, but, like, seriously, there are some things that, like, I feel like were just so magical about the original that's just lost in translation with the live action version. The musical number, A Whole New World. I just don't think it works in the new one. First off, our two leads don't have any chemistry. That's one problem to me. I don't think they have any chemistry. That's my personal opinion. But then visually, I feel like it just isn't as pretty. The sky looked so vivid and blues and purples and all these like pretty colors in the original. And in the new one, it's just like grays and blacks. I did not feel that magic, man. And it bums me out because, like, I mean, like, this could work in live action, but, like, just visually, it's just not as exciting. Like, the sand doesn't look nearly as pretty in this one. It just, if I'm being honest, the whole set looked like a set. I was always aware that I was looking at a set. If it's not a set, it looks like one. It doesn't look like you're being whisked away to another world, which I feel like the original accomplished really well. But anyway, I'm done rambling. That's pretty much all I gotta say. Thank you guys for watching the video. Hope you guys are enjoying the new format. Give me some, tips. What am I doing right? What am I doing wrong? Should I get rid of the coffee? I'm not getting rid of the coffee because it wakes me up. But that's all I gotta say. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Ain't never had a friend, never had a friend. You ain't never had a friend like me.